Hi, my name is Zehra, and our project name is Mind Bridge. It bridges the emotions and logic. So, our problem was agents and even AI does not understand the context of conversation and it tells you information that you don't even need. For example, I'm telling the agent I feel overwhelmed at work and it just gives me a basic advice that maybe try breaking tasks into smaller steps, and that's not the solution. And in our case, we have designed an AI agent that decides whether user needs a logical output or a therapist. So in our project, we have used Coral for request question, answer question, and Coral send messages. So our user can interact with the Coral UI to send input and output, and eventually they can use our agent through the Coral Studio and Coral server. So this is how our architecture looks like. We have a main Coral Studio that interacts with Python agent, which is our main.py file, and that will, depending on what kind of output the user needs, it will decide whether to forward the request to the logical agent or the therapist agent. So therapist agent or tool will provide compassionate supportive responses, and logical tool will provide responses which are direct and they are reasoning based, for example mathematical solutions. So this is all done using LangChain's tool calling agent. We have built a prompt that decides whether something should be passed to a logical agent or a therapist agent. For logical and therapist agent, prompts are defined in such a way that they perform the designated task only and nothing else. So first of all, we navigate to agents which is placed inside the Coral server, and then eventually inside the reception which is our agent, and then the main.py file which is placed inside the reception. This is how we have defined the logic. There are three agents, one for deciding which one to choose, logical agent and the therapist agent. This is our PyProject toml file that includes all the dependencies inside the src resources, and eventually into the registry.toml we have placed our agent so that it is registered. When we run the server, and on the other hand we also run the studio, we are moved to the front end and we see our agent as listed. Then we create a new session and then select our reception agent, enter the API key as well as all the other credentials, select the tools provided by the Coral Studio, and then we create the session. Our session is now busy and we can also see the tools. So how does our agent work? Let's say if I say, "Hi, I am feeling very heavy and depressed." This is how my agent would respond, with some kind of friendly buddy advice. But if I say, what is, I say 5 plus 19, then it will give me that answer. Our main challenge was the Coral's existing documentation, which lacked the information about how the existing Coral agents were working, which made it harder for us to integrate our agents into the Coral Studio. With that said, thank you so much for giving us a chance to build on Internet of Agents. Really enjoyed the last week of building and hacking. This was Zahra Arshad, and this project was designed by Team Backpackers, including Zahra Arshad and Tasmia. Thank you.